Today I'm going to talk about how to save as much as 30% of the miles you need for your next trip. Yes, I'm referring to none other than KrisFlyer Spontaneous Escapes, and in this video I'll tell you how to figure out whether it's worth using your miles, as well as tips to fully make use of this promo. For those who are not familiar, Spontaneous Escapes is a monthly promo from Singapore Airlines where you can get discounted flights if you use your KrisFlyer miles for certain flights. The promo is usually announced in the middle of each month, and you will be able to book certain flights for the next month at discounted rates. For example, it is August 2024 now as I'm filming this, and Singapore Airlines just announced eligible destinations for the month of September 2024. You need to book within the month of August for travel in September, and this is while seats last. The discount is usually 30%, although on rare occasions it has gone up to 50% before. Now, 30% is quite a substantial discount, but not everything on sale is worth buying, of course, so let's take a look at a few examples to see how to evaluate whether a certain redemption is worth your miles. If you look at an economy return flight to Bangkok, it normally costs 27,000 miles and about $90 in taxes. If we value miles at between 1.25 to 1.5 cents each, 27,000 miles is roughly $337 to $405. Together with the taxes, this redemption costs us around $434 to $500. With Spontaneous Escapes, the miles needed drops to just 18,900 miles, and based on 1.25 cents, this is $236.25, and based on 1.5 cents per mile, it is $283.50. With taxes, the total cost is now anywhere between $332 to $380, depending on the valuation of our miles. If you look at similar dates in September, you can actually book flights to Bangkok at around $288 with Singapore Airlines, which means this redemption might not make that much sense even with Spontaneous Escapes discount, unless perhaps your miles are expiring and you have no better use for it. So do note that not every Spontaneous Escape redemption is a good redemption, and I think you should really go and calculate the miles needed versus your valuation of miles versus the ticket price that Singapore Air is selling at to see whether or not it is worth using your miles for a certain flight. So because I feel that 18,900 miles plus $90 of tax costs us more than the $288, you should probably buy the ticket with cash instead and save your miles for better redemptions. So do your own calculation or subscribe to my Telegram for a monthly highlight of the better destinations to book. If we look at business class for Osaka, now we're talking. With Spontaneous Escapes, we just need 72,800 miles for a return trip in business class instead of the usual 104,000. Using 1.25 to 1.5 cents per mile, we are looking at just $910 to $1,092 worth of miles. After the $100 plus of tax, the flight costs only $1,000 to about $1,200 for a business class flight to Japan, return flight, so it's no surprise that seats are almost all gone now for this destination. Great deals like Osaka via business class happens from time to time during Spontaneous Escapes, and it's a great way to use your miles for business class. While Japan is a relatively rare redemption, regional ones like Ho Chi Minh and Hong Kong are pretty common, and it's a good way to experience business class for cheap. In fact, Spontaneous Escapes was how I managed to fulfill a goal of mine to let my parents experience business class flights, and we all went to Shanghai on business class with just 180,600 miles. Existing user of Moomoo or haven't signed up for Moomoo yet? Great news! Whether you have signed up, Moomoo has sponsored this video to tell you that they have rewards for you. Whether you're a new or existing user, transfer in shares to get as much as $1,020 of rewards. In fact, Moomoo now lets you transfer in shares from your CDP. Now, Moomoo is the first digital broker to receive full trading and clearing memberships of SGX securities and derivatives markets, and it is of course licensed and regulated by MAS. The transfer process can be done completely online and is hassle-free. Moomoo also offers a lower trading fee and corporate actions charges. Plus, initiate at least $10,000 of share transfer from CDP to get a $20 stock cash coupon on top of the share transfer in promo when you initiate a transfer from your CDP for a limited time. On top of these, existing users can get up to $730 of rewards with Moomoo's up to 6.8% per annum promo and free cash coupons, while new Moomoo users can also get up to $1,014 of welcome rewards with 6.8% per annum returns plus free stocks. Sign up with my link to get bonus $20. See the description box for more details and secure these deals now. To secure good deals during Spontaneous Escapes, I have prepared a list of things to do so that you can increase your chances of securing a discounted redemption with Spontaneous Escapes. Now remember, seats are available only when seats last, so you have to book quickly to secure your seats. Because we know that the promo is typically announced in the middle of each month, for the next month, we can prep ahead of time. Remember, seats are limited, so make sure you have enough miles in your KrisFlyer account so that you can book as soon as possible. Transferring miles from your bank points to your KrisFlyer account can take up to 2 weeks according to some banks, though in my experience most major banks take at most 1 or 2 working days, depending on the bank you're dealing with. And the amount of miles required is also quite predictable. Japan destinations via business class are 104,000 miles for a return trip, so 30% discount makes for 72,800 miles per person. So you better prepare at least 145,600 miles if you want to book for 2 people for Japan. Right? To know the miles required for each redemption, go to Singapore Airlines website and I've put the link in the description box below. Beyond just miles, you should obviously make sure that you're able to travel the next month. So ensure that your annual leave is already in order and you have someone to feed your cat when you're gone. If you have travel companions, make sure they're on the same page and ready to travel the moment Singapore Airlines announces the destinations. So you don't spend precious time discussing with them whether or not you want to go to somewhere and what dates are available, right? All these should be sorted out before Spontaneous Escapes each month. This is exactly what I did with my parents. I made sure that they were free to travel in a particular month, shortlisted some suitable destinations they were okay with, and the month before I prepped enough miles for regional destinations. When I saw Shanghai, I immediately booked 3 seats so that I can bring my family for their first business class trip. Another trick you can do is to camp at Singapore Airlines website in the middle of each month because based on observations, Spontaneous Escapes promotional rates are often open for booking a little bit before the official announcement, and it's usually around 9 AM where you can see flights available at a promotional price. This means that you'll be able to get the jump on everyone else, well, everyone not watching this, and book the flights first. You will of course have to do a bit of hunting yourself in the Singapore Airlines app or website and check whether there is a promo column. And if I find anything interesting, right, I will broadcast to my Telegram. So remember to subscribe for updates on a monthly basis for Singapore Airlines Spontaneous Escapes. Now, since this is a promo, some months have less availability than others, and thanks to Mile Lion, we know that the months of April, May, and January have significantly more routes for redemptions compared to other months. Unsurprisingly, June and December tend to have fewer options since they are the school holiday periods where most Singaporeans travel. Mile Lion has also listed out the most and least common destinations for Spontaneous Escapes so that we can see what destinations are commonly available, and this will make planning much easier. If you're waiting for business class to further away places like Milan or Istanbul, don't hold your breath. These destinations feature very rarely, so manage your expectations. But if you want flights to somewhere like Ho Chi Minh or Beijing, they are quite readily available during Spontaneous Escapes, so never use your miles for the full price if possible. Lastly, you may want to consider travel insurance in case unexpected circumstances ruin your trip. For normal redemptions using your miles, you are able to change your flights with a fee, and if you cancel a normal booking, you can also get all your miles back after paying a cancellation fee. This is not the case for Spontaneous Escapes redemptions, and you may lose your miles if you are unable to go for your trip. While most travel insurance do not reimburse you for loss of miles, Singlife Travel Insurance does. So if you have made a booking that requires quite a bit of miles, this is something to consider. Lastly, remember to subscribe to the Telegram so you can be reminded of and updated about Spontaneous Escapes. I'm going to cover even more ways to stretch your miles really soon outside of Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer. So subscribe to the Telegram and check out this video where I talk about my credit card strategy to earn more miles and cashback. So see you in that video.